Okay.
Welcome to Peanut Butter Fridays podcast, episode 3. I'm Linejacker with your other two hosts, Hogmeat and Jacob Heisman. Hope you enjoyed that cringeworthy intro from Hogmeat.
Hey! That wasn't cringe.
What week is it? Week 4 of college football?
This week is.
Okay. No, we're discussing week 4 and then we're previewing week 5, right?
We're discussing week 3, previewing week 4.
No, it's week 5, you idiot.
Bro.
I think you may be mistaken.
We're 3-0. How the hell?
I'm looking at the app. Week 4. Look at all the completed games. Week 5.
Excuse
There's no completed games except
Hogmeat.
the BYU game.
He might just be a little stupid. Kind of retarded.
By the way, I just want to start this
How
off.
is every team 3-0 or 2-1 or 0-3, and it's week 4?
First of all, I want to start this off by saying, fuck the Bengals. Fuck them. I hope Joe Burrow has the worst season ever.
No, he doesn't.
I'm praying on their downfall.
No, he isn't. He's just saying that because Tua got absolutely demolished tonight.
Anyway, look, Dawson.
What the fuck?
It is literally week 5 because teams are 4-0 right now. You idiot.
Yeah, BYU's 4-1. I don't know if you can see that. You might not be able to see that, like at all.
All right. So this week there's some really, really good games this week. Really good games. It's probably one of the best weeks we had this week.
Enjoy the blurry image from my phone. Anyways, BYU's 4-1. They beat Utah State. Utah State's 1-4 right now because they're goated.
I just want y'all to know this is probably one of the best weeks we're gonna have in college football this week.
Yeah. All right.
For this year.
Let's get in our
All right.
let's get into our top 25. Mr. Hogg, give us the top 25 for this week.
This mic is fucked.
Every mic is yacked.
Fuck it.
Sorry, we'll get it. I think I can get it there. What the hell? Everything just got louder.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Hogg.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Alright, listen, I'm starting this off. So, number 1 is the Georgia Bulldogs, obviously. Still number 1 because they're...
Almost got beat by Kent State.
They didn't almost get beat. They beat Kent State pretty good.
They were sloppy.
They were sloppy as hell.
Sloppy.
It's floppy.
Staquavius Bennett the fourth did not have his best game. I will tell you that.
Bama's at 2.
Bama! Alabama.
Ohio State is at 3.
Took care of Wisconsin.
Michigan's at 4, which these are all fine.
Are we not going
Clemson's
to
at-
discuss this shit?
Well, I mean, there's nothing to discuss.
We'll discuss
There's
the
basically-
teams that are like might not deserve that spot or something. But we think that 1 through 4 probably deserves those spots.
Clemson's at 5. USC's at 6. USC's a heck of a team. They're really good.
Yeah.
Kentucky is at 7, which they have a huge game this week against
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Dude,
So
Ole
we're
Miss's
gonna see how that is.
Ole Miss's helmets look clean.
Yeah.
They got that Realtree sponsorship, and them
It's like a spray paint.
like white and powder blue with like a camo. It looks clean.
It's like a splattered powder blue.
Yeah.
And then I said Kentucky already, right?
Yeah.
Tennessee. I'm glad they finally. You know, I'm not a Tennessee fan, but they were at the 11th spot. Well, they deserve to go up. I mean, they're really good
Tennessee
team.
played really good against Florida. I know they did.
Like, I mean, if I had to choose a team that would beat Bama, it would in the regular season would be Tennessee. Oklahoma State didn't watch them. I don't know.
Yeah, I
They're
don't
at
know. But
9.
I've yet to watch Oklahoma State.
North Carolina State, they have a big game coming up to prove their team. Clemson,
God damn.
North Carolina State. We'll talk about that later. They're number 10. Penn State, don't really watch them. They look good against Auburn. Auburn sucks. They play Northwestern, which is 1-3 this week, so they should easily win that. Next week's a real test because they play Michigan. So that's going to be probably the game of the week next week.
Which one?
Penn State and Michigan.
Penn State, Michigan. I think it's Iowa's playing Michigan, is it not? Yeah, Iowa's playing Michigan this week.
Next week.
No, we're talking about week 5. Michigan's playing Iowa. Week 6 is whenever they play Penn State, I'm pretty sure. It sounds like Dawson is speaking through a recorder right now.
I know that. I'm just saying that's going to be a really good game. But wait. No.
Bro, I'm
Okay.
not even speaking. What are you talking about?
All right. So actually, next week Penn State's off because Saturday's the 1st, and then they play Michigan the 15th. So
Yeah, that's
Penn
right.
State's off. All right. Because that didn't make sense. All right. Utah's 3-1. They're at 12. I don't agree with that really. They should be lower. I think Ole Miss should be that 12th spot at least. Oregon's 3-1. They're at the 13th spot. Didn't really watch them. Ole Miss is 4-0, and to be honest, they're not that impressive, in my opinion.
I don't think I've watched Ole Miss.
They're not impressive. Washington's 4-0. Baylor is 3-1.
Washington might be scary. I watched them against Michigan State, and Michael Penix, he did pretty good.
Texas A&M is number 17, 3-1. Surprising upset. We'll talk about. Now it's gonna be interesting how they do against Mississippi State, because Mississippi State has a pretty decent team, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I hope I'm going for them to win the game because we play Texas A&M next week, which would look good on Bama. Oklahoma. They went down all the way to 18 because of their loss to Kansas State. BYU. They played tonight, and they honestly struggled a little bit against the team that Alabama beat the hell out of.
Well, are we really comparing
Arkansas.
BYU to Alabama?
I know, but I was. Arkansas, they went down all the way to 20 because of their loss to Texas A&M. Very disappointed with this. Arkansas looked like a very good team for a while, and then they just threw it all.
Did you even watch the game?
Yeah, it was a close game, and apparently it was controversial call or something.
All right, no. Listen, what happened? So, Arkansas, KJ Jefferson fumbled the ball, and it completely flipped the game over because they were at the goal line, they were driving. He fumbled the ball. A&M took it all the way back, and A&M was up at that point. And then Arkansas had the ball I think with like a little time left, and they kicked a field goal, and it hit the very top of the upright, and they missed it, and Texas A&M just like winded the clock down, and they won the game. Like, it was crazy, man. The ending, I wanted Arkansas to win that game. I don't think A&M should have won that game, but
I don't know.
it is what it is. Huh?
You lagged out. I was honestly going for Arkansas myself because Alabama's traveling there this week, and it would look way better on Bama. But whatever.
Yeah.
Then Minnesota is 21. They're 4-0. Who cares? They haven't played anybody.
They played Michigan State this weekend. They beat the crap out of them, so if that says anything.
Wake Forest. This close to the upset. This close.
I watched that game.
Close, dude.
Watched and listened to that game the whole time.
I watched some of it and I was listening to it.
They should have won that game. But, Clemson's just got the better athletes.
Florida State's 4-0, guys. I've been telling y'all that Florida State's a really good team. I mean, they're
all right.
They play Wake Forest this week.
They're not the best team, but they're all right.
Pitt is number 24. They beat. They played Rhode Island. Kansas State, number 25. That's the top 25 for you guys.
All right. That's all right, I guess. It's good for what it is. I don't really have any objections. It's really just close losses and close wins.
I'm glad Tennessee's finally getting the is going up in the polls. I think they should have been up in the polls for a while. I knew Florida was a bust. Like, they were good at first, but then they started to fall. Tennessee's a very good, solid team.
I think they were just overhyped, is what it was. Or Anthony Richardson was necessarily overhyped because he pulled off some crazy stuff. But, I mean, that happens in college football all the time. All the time.
I mean, I'll be honest. I thought Florida was going to be a good team. I really did. They looked really good for like 3 weeks, and then I don't know what happened.
Just Florida.
I still think Anthony Richardson is a really good candidate for Heisman.
What's the next topic, Paul?
What's the next?
Next topic. The biggest games of the weekend next week.
This next week?
This coming
This
week.
Saturday.
This coming week.
Alright, let me pull up my
This coming week.
While we're doing that, let's go over our predictions. Let's go over
I
our
got 'em,
predictions.
Oh, yeah, we got to go over our games of the week last week.
Are we doing predictions first?
Yeah. We'll do it, and then we'll say the other ones at the last.
How about with this? We do our predictions from last week first.
Games of the week from last week.
Okay.
Florida and Tennessee. Me and Pat Daddy, we picked Tennessee. Brian picked Florida. Oh. I'm officially 2-2.
What am I? 1 and like 3?
Brendan's 2-2.
2-2. Wait, who did I pick? Did I pick Tennessee or Florida?
You picked Florida.
Oh.
I could have told you they were.
Yeah, it was.
Arkansas
Dang.
and Texas A&M. We all lost.
Got a loss.
Because
Arkansas
should have won that game. It shouldn't have been. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2-2. 2- Texas A&M should not have won that game, but it was just that's college football for you.
That might have saved Jimbo Fisher's job.
Probably. We'll see how it comes in the end of the year. I mean, they'll probably. Hopefully, Bama doesn't get upset like they did last year, but we'll see.
Okay.
All right, what was the next one?
Clemson. Wake Forest.
Good
Clemson won.
game.
We all picked Clemson.
Okay. So, what's our records?
I am 3-3.
3-3. I'm 3. Am I 3-3 as well?
Yes.
And Patrick's 2-4.
Oh.
Are we all 3?
2-1.
Oh wait, yeah, I forgot he wasn't here for one of our podcasts that was recorded that didn't get posted. Our second one. All right, so what's the games of the week this week then? Give us to it. Give it
let's
to
go.
us.
First, Kentucky and Ole Miss. They're both 4-0.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a tough one for Kentucky. They're going on the road to Ole Miss, and I have the Wildcats winning this one. I think.
Slow down. Hold on.
Where's game day this week? Oh, NC State and Clemson. Okay, how many ranked matchups are there this week? There's one, two,
3, 4, 5. There's 5.
Okay.
Brandon, what's your choice? Kentucky or Ole Miss?
I'll go with the upset, Ole Miss. Old Piss. Their uniforms.
I can see it happen.
Uniforms are
Lane
too clean.
Kiffin's a heck of a coach.
I'm going with the Wildcats on this one. What's our next game?
I guess we'll go with Alabama and Arkansas. I mean, it's gonna. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if an upset this weekend from.
You got Arkansas
Bama.
beating Bama?
No, I don't have them. I just said I wouldn't be surprised. Obviously, I'm going for my team, Brennan, to win.
Well, the way you made it sound, it just sounded a little.
I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't think we should do Alabama Arkansas just because we're going to be biased on it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, unless it's like a big time game, but like Arkansas is not in the top 10 anymore. Like if they're still in the top 10, then maybe. But like we have NC State and Clemson, and then there was another game. Oklahoma State and Baylor. That game we might actually watch because that might be the first Oklahoma State game we've watched this year. I watched a little of the Baylor and I forgot who they played this past week. Baylor played some crappy team, I think.
I haven't really. Let's see who NC State.
They played. Crap, I forgot. Oh, they played Iowa State, and I watched some of that. It was
who
close.
do y'all have? Who do y'all have for NC State and Clemson?
I don't know, dude. This could go either way because Clemson played sloppy last week.
Sam Hartman is also really good, and they torched Clemson's young cornerbacks. So I mean, it's. I don't know if they have any good wide receivers. It's really it's. I think Clemson's favored big time. But I'll have
favored by 7.
I have Clemson pulling it out.
I think I'm gonna go safe and go Clemson. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. I think that's just the safest bet.
I'm gonna be honest. NC State is a good team. I believe Clemson is gonna get upset. NC State.
Dawson's going.
NC State.
Wolfpack all day.
NC State.
NC State. Wolfpack.
It's gonna either be NC State or Florida State that upsets this team.
Oh, you meant upsetting Clemson. When is Clemson and Florida State play? Next week?
Like 2 more weeks.
2 more weeks. Week 7. Yeah, week 7 they play. Hopefully by then Florida State will be top 15.
This is supposed to be the new syllabus, but this is wow, it's outdated.
Sorry about that. That's a little loud.
Okay. Next game?
Yeah, what's the next game, Patrick?
Oh, sorry.
Oklahoma State, Baylor. It would probably be my pick.
Yeah.
That's only like.
Did we do Wake Forest and Florida State?
Wait, they play this week? No, they're 22 and 23. I mean, it might be a good game, but like, I feel like
I guess the next one is Oklahoma State and Baylor.
Oklahoma State and Baylor.
I haven't really watched any of those teams.
I feel like that's just gonna be a good game because Oklahoma State and Baylor's always had pretty good games since going back.
Oh,
to
it says right here
2015.
there's a little drama to it. It says number 9 Oklahoma State fueled by Big 12 loss or title loss to number 17 Baylor.
Oh
So-
yeah, where that guy like reached out for the goal line and then like missed it by like half an inch. Yeah, that might
Yep.
be a good game because like I feel like
There might be some fights.
yeah, probably be a little chippy.
For Oklahoma State, Baylor?
I think what'd you say, Dawson?
Oklahoma State or Baylor?
I got Baylor.
Patrick?
Baylor pulls it off.
I haven't
Patrick.
really watched any of these teams, so I'm gonna go Oklahoma State.
Wait, no,
Baylor lost to BYU, which kind of look a little rocky.
And they struggled against Iowa State last week.
Baylor was faced a really good front against BYU, and it was a really tough game. But I think I'm gonna take back my thing because I forgot Spencer Sanders is Oklahoma State, so I'm taking Oklahoma State instead of Baylor. I completely forgot about Spencer Sanders, so yeah, I'm gonna go Spencer Sanders and the Oklahoma State Cowboys over the Baylor Bears.
I'm gonna go the OK State Cowboys.
I completely forgot Spencer Sanders was there.
OK State across the board.
I think I mean it's the highest chance of upset for Baylor, I guess. It says that Baylor is the overdog or the favorite. They're favored by 2.5 points.
They're gonna get upset, I believe. I
So
don't think Baylor has that dog in them.
Next week's gonna be a fun week for football. I'm looking ahead.
We play Texas A&M next week in
Yep.
Tennessee.
I think the game this
Florida
week's
State.
still going to be good because I mean Arkansas is not a bad team. We think that Arkansas is a bad team. They just had a rough loss. That's
I'm
all.
not saying they are a bad team, and I'm not looking past them. I'm just saying it's just next week's gonna be a good game.
That's
That's
not.
all I said.
We don't. That's what I'm saying. Bama don't need to do that because like
I'm
Arkansas
saying?
is still a really good team.
This is about to be the hardest 3-game stretch Bama's ever played.
Yeah, we go Arkansas.
We'll talk
Texas A&M.
about that in a minute.
Yeah, we got to
Okay.
get Bama's expectations.
Bro, I really want. If Tennessee wins out, dude, I would love to go and watch that game in person.
Is it at Bama or is it at Tennessee?
What's that?
It's in Neyland State
You don't
Stadium.
Neyland Stadium.
I don't know. They might get
That
upset on
if-
that one.
If Tennessee goes undefeated, that'll probably be the game of the week.
Yeah, no, because they had game day this past week, so they won't have. I don't think you can have it at the same stadium twice in the same year. I'm not sure.
I don't know. There's some really good games that week. I'm looking at.
Yeah, there's some really good games.
I can already
coming
tell
up.
you where it's gonna be at. It's gonna be at if we all win out. It's the two places where it's gonna be 3. Excuse me. It's either gonna be at Tennessee, Bama, Penn State, Michigan,
I
or
believe
Clemson and Florida State.
Penn State, Michigan. If If Penn State wins out. If Penn State ain't
Wait.
winning,
That's 3 weeks.
Anyway, we're looking
Kinda like 2.5.
ahead.
We're looking ahead. Biggest players of the week.
biggest players of the
Really
week.
don't know.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Hendon Hooker, Tennessee.
Damn it!
Agree.
I wanted to pick him. No, you have to pick somebody else, Patrick.
You can still.
We gotta go top 3.
Me?
Hold on.
Well, wait. Did we ever agree on that, or we
Let
just?
me just show you Hendon Hooker's stats.
I'm
From
just
last
agreeing
week.
because Hendon Hooker went off this week, and to be honest, there wasn't anybody that impressed me this week.
I know somebody.
I mean, Bryce Young went off,
That man,
but I mean, it was
Washington.
against Vanderbilt.
That man up in Washington.
Michael Penis.
Oh,
Yes.
Michael Penis.
Michael Penis.
Michael Penis was 22 for 37 for 309 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Michael Penis.
He has no interceptions.
What was the games this past week? Week 4.
See,
Hendon Hooker threw 349 yards with 2 touchdowns. He ran for 100.
hey Brandon, I just want you to know, y'all almost lost to Washington State.
I know. I watched a little bit of that game.
Went off.
Oh, I forgot. Middle Tennessee State beat
Beat Miami.
Miami.
Okay, so here's my player of the
Oh,
week. I watched the whole entire game, and he went off. Sam Hartman for Wake Forest absolutely torched Clemson's cornerbacks. I think he ended up with like 5 touchdowns and like 400 something passing yards. Torched him. So that's my player of the week.
I'm going with. I know we're not supposed to, I guess, agree, but I'm going with Tennessee's quarterback.
I mean, y'all can agree, I guess. It ain't.
It's-
It's not like a sin.
To be
or
honest,
something.
because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't get to watch any games this week because I went to the game,
No.
so I didn't get to watch much games. I watched
You're
a little bit
supposed
of
to be
the.
studying, damn it. Every
I'm
game.
sorry, I
Every
studied.
game.
I studied the Alabama game.
They played Vanderbilt and beat them 55-3.
Hey, we got some things to work on. I sent in the stuff to Nick Saban. He told him we got stuff to work on because we let them score 3 points.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's truly dreadful.
That's ungodly. Ungodly amount of points.
Dude, I love how all last week we all said we're not going to beat them 15-0 again. We did last time.
I guess we had
55-3.
we had too high hopes for freaking.
all the
Vanderbilt.
Vandy fans are like, "Let's go! We got 3 points on Bama."
Just like take off 7 points from last time, and that was the score. The last time was 59-0. This time was like basically like 52-0. It was 55-3.
That's crazy.
All right. So what's the next thing we're doing? Sorry, we got off track.
We was just naming our players of the week. We're just moving on to our next topic.
Hendon Hooker, when we play Tennessee. Yeah, we
I agree because
biggest.
isn't
Oh,
Alright.
go ahead. Go ahead.
isn't he a scrambling quarterback or
Well,
he's not?
actually, I would say yeah, because he went for 112 yards rushing.
So
112. Yeah, so
that's what I'm worried about
He's a
because
dual
Bama's
threat.
not really good at scrambling quarterback. So we're gonna have to put a spy out or QB contain or something because
Because when
I don't know.
Spy would probably be the best option. Because I mean, a spy would probably be the best option and limited man to man because you have to keep everything in front of you. And if you play a lot of man to
if
man,
Hendon Hooker keeps up his rushing game, the past few times, past few weeks. They're probably definitely going to imply a spy when they come against Bama.
Yeah.
Then Bama's definitely going to put out a spot, like linebacker, like Aaron Toto or something like that.
I know it's week
Somebody's going to be out
4.
there spying on him.
I know it's week 4, but so far, this college football season has been one of the funnest ones to watch in a while.
Been funner.
Well, I tell you, when Florida State's good, college football's good.
It's just like Tennessee.
don't
I mean, all
know-
the
I don't
SEC
know what
teams
it
are
is.
good.
I don't know
Just
what it is.
fun to watch.
I don't know. Just like when they's like, no, when they're not like really good teams are actually good, it just makes college football 10 times better.
Whenever the marquee teams are good, then it's all good. That's pretty much what it is.
Because the past few years, it's just been domination, really, from Bama and Georgia.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Which I still want Bama to win a national championship, but like, still want them to go back and reign supreme. But it's still a good season, you know.
Yeah.
We're gonna beat some Georgia's ass. I tell you that for sure.
I don't know about that. You're getting a little.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
You're
I'm
getting
being
a little.
disrespectful. Georgia
We're
wins
Bama fans.
scary.
We're not like other Bama fans. We don't talk shit and say we're going to beat the fuck out of you every time we play. We're actually respectful. We know we don't
Look,
get bragging rights, so we actually beat you.
I'm capping. Georgia is a very, very scary team.
Very.
Very scary.
Very.
I'm actually nervous. I'm so glad we're not in the East and have to play them because we might lose.
I'm just saying, if they play like they did versus Kent State, they probably would get upset by Tennessee or something like that. They got to bring their A game against Tennessee.
Yeah.
Even Kentucky. Same thing for Bama though. They got to bring their A game against Arkansas. They can't get too cocky. Same thing for
Wait,
Texas.
is
This
Tennessee...
3-game.
Sorry. You
It's
can go
3-game
ahead.
stretch. Actually, hold on. I'll wait for that because it's Bama talk.
Is Tennessee in the East?
Yeah,
Yes.
they're an East team.
Wouldn't that be something? Because
Kentucky's also an East team, so there's like 3 teams right now that are battling for the East.
so if Tennessee upsets Georgia, that would put them in the #1 spot, so they could go to the championship game.
But then at the end of the season, you have Tennessee and Kentucky. If Kentucky stays undefeated,
The East looks fun to watch this year.
I don't believe that if Tennessee beats Georgia, they'll automatically jump to #1. That's a little overreaction, in my opinion. But
They won't jump #1 because Bama's got to beat them.
is Georgia like a #1 spot or #1 in the
I'm
East?
talking about in the league, Brandon.
Yeah.
not-
oh, my bad. I thought you were talking about in the nation.
No,
My bad.
Bama would be #1 because they would have already beat them.
Yeah.
We
Okay,
played them.
Now you're getting cocky because we don't know if we're gonna beat Tennessee yet or not.
I'm just saying. I'm just talking.
No.
Kentucky versus
Sorry, alright,
Tennessee
so
is gonna be good.
I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna say it. Fine. We lost to Tennessee too. All right. What did Tennessee win the national championship?
I mean, they were a national championship contender whenever Bama was ass back in the day.
The last time they won was with Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, what was the next thing we're supposed to do?
You talk the biggest surprises of the week or Bama talk?
What do you want to talk about?
Let's do biggest surprises first. My biggest surprise, let's see.
I got a biggest surprise, actually.
You go first.
I got
Patrick.
one.
You already got one already? You go first then.
I would say the Kent State and Georgia game.
That was gonna be mine.
Kent State and
It is.
Georgia.
Georgia should have beat the piss out of them, but let them score 22 points.
That was mine. I'm gonna stay with that one too. Georgia and Kent State.
I don't know.
Allowing like Kent State to even score.
My other one, if I would have to say, would be probably Wake Forest and Clemson. Because honestly, I know what I said last week, but I kind of had a feeling Clemson beat the piss out of it.
Mine is Middle Tennessee State upsetting fucking Miami. Middle Tennessee
That's a
State.
good one. I remember they're 3-1 right now, dude.
Who? Middle Tennessee or Miami?
I remember in like I forgot which NCAA it was, but it was like on the GameCube, and I would always play with Alabama, and I would have to play Middle Tennessee State on the season.
Middle Tennessee.
Yeah.
Middle Tennessee State.
All right, what are you thinking?
Duke
Hog?
University. I'm gonna go with Kent State, Georgia. Kent State, Georgia. They played sloppy
Oh,
and almost slipped up against Kent State.
Okay.
Could have slipped up against Kent State.
I mean, y'all. I guess I can partially agree, but I don't know if I'd completely just say it's a complete. Like, they still beat them. It just wasn't used to like the Georgia thrashing. I mean,
It's Kent State. The number one dogs looking elite can't top this team by like 59 points.
literally, Kent State was 1-3 going into that game, Brennan,
Yeah.
and they let them score 22 points.
okay, they got some young guys.
I'm just saying.
17 points.
They got some young guys. That's all I'm saying.
It doesn't matter. They've outscored their opponents like what, 120 something to 10. South Carolina being on that list. Who's better than Kent State?
Yeah.
It's a little bit surprising.
Literally, they scored more points on Georgia than your Oregon Ducks did.
They've not scored as many points on any team, but Georgia's not let that a team like score 20 some points on them, 20 plus points since Alabama in the SEC championship game last season.
Yeah, I mean, literally, first 3 games.
It's like the past
Oregon
3 seasons.
only
The
scored
past,
3.
Like 2 or 3 seasons. They've only scored
Stanford.
4.
Stanford only scored 0. South Carolina only scored a touchdown. No one's went past a touchdown against Georgia. And Kent
This past 2
State.
years except for Alabama and Kent State.
Kent State put 22 points on Georgia's defense.
That's a little surprising. If you just look at statistics and stuff like that, that's surprising.
But still, the dogs are scary still. I ain't counting them out.
No disrespect, but that is surprising.
Okay.
Dogs are still an elite group, an elite defender, an elite team, elite national championship defender, and they should be watched. Who do they have this week? Who does Georgia have this week?
Let's see. They play the Tigers of Missouri.
Oh,
They suck dick. It should be like 62-3.
They lost to Auburn, so they're the worst, officially the worst team. So, yeah. Georgia, if Georgia's about to stomp the hell out of Missouri, nobody cares. Let's move on to Alabama.
Roll Tide.
Duke University.
Alright, let me pull Bama up here. I went to the game. We looked really good. I mean, it was against Bandy, but we looked really good. Way better performance than these past few weeks. Only thing I have to say is I hate the offensive coordinator. I'm gonna say it. Past games, I hate him. Why the hell are we running bubble screens? It don't work, and I get why they do it to spread the field and spread,
what against these next 3 teams: Tennessee, Texas A&M, Arkansas. Not in that order. But they get the next 3 teams. What Bama looks good and their whole entire play was it quick? Like what do you call it?
Hurry up.
Fast tempo
Yeah.
offense. They got to run that or they're going to get shut down.
Oh yeah, and
It's literally like that's how bad our offense is. Like if you don't run fast tempo, then we suck.
And I while listening to the Tennessee game, they snapped the ball every I forgot exactly what it was, but every few seconds. I heard it this week. I wish I remembered, but Tennessee plays really fast.
That's on the defensive side. Like
No, I'm
Tennessee
talking offensively. Tennessee does. It says they snap the ball every something seconds.
Yeah, but we're talking about Alabama's offense.
I know what we're talking about. I'm just saying when we play
Shut
them.
your dirty mouth.
Alright, anyway. We looked a lot better.
Again,
Wish
it
our
was
run game
against
was better.
Vanderbilt.
And also, I hate bubble screens. I just want to say that again.
Bubble screens. Bubble tea.
They only work in Madden when you have a super fast receiver.
I'm not even working mad. They really don't.
Bubble screens, boba tea. Same thing.
What do you think, Brennan?
Well, it's kind of how last year was. There's just a bunch of young guys, no chemistry, and like I've said the past couple times, they really just can't take the top off the defense. Until they learn to do that, then every other team.
Until they learn to do that. Until they learn to play together, find that receiver, that torch.
Yeah, we don't have
and we're probably gonna lose in this 3-game stretch if we don't figure out what to do with this offense. I'm gonna agree with you, Patrick. Our offensive coordinator, he was the Texans head coach, was he not? Pat.
I don't remember where he came from.
Yes.
Texans,
yeah. He a badass. He a badass.
I just don't like how
That's
he runs
saying we do
offense.
score we have scored 63 points previous games, and then 55 points, but it doesn't excuse anything. We have scored 100 and 150, 160 something points past 3 games, but
I've watched Bama for a long time. It's just I don't know. This offense is not. It's one of the worst I've watched in a while.
Bama,
and I know what the scoreboard says, but it's just our offensive line sucks, bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When we're playing these SEC West schools, even Tennessee and stuff like that, we're gonna have problems if they don't figure out what the hell they're doing.
Multiple open drop passes. And some of that was Bryce Young's fault. He overthrew some guys.
It looked like this season.
But there was dropped. We don't have a stud main guy that you can always turn to in the receiver core, which scares me for when we get.
It used to be John Mechie and Jamison Williams, but they're gone.
Yeah, so we don't have a guy we can just always turn to. But I think next week, I heard with the Texas A&M game, what's his name's coming back from his injury. That we can turn to if he's as good as he was. Who got hurt during the summer? Cameron Latou, I think it was.
He's
No,
been
not
in.
Cameron Latou.
He's been in.
Not Cameron
He
Latu.
was in last game.
Yeah, not Cameron Latu.
It's Cameron Latu, by the way.
Yeah.
Latu, hot you, fuck you. Same thing.
Man, I don't remember who it was. He was really good for us last year.
Rayshawn Holden?
Yeah, Treshawn Holden has been alright this season.
JoJo Earl.
Who?
Doesn't he play defense?
Huh?
Does he not play defense?
No, he's a receiver.
I swear to God, I heard JoJo Earl on the defensive side before.
He's a receiver. He missed fall camp because he hurt his foot, and he's supposed to return. He returned to practice Tuesday. So, and you know, I'm kind of disappointed in Jermaine Burton because I thought he would be that guy. Also, but anyway.
JoJo Earl. I'm still trying to think of a motherfucker named JoJo Earl.
Sounds like one of our defense.
Does he
He's
know?
not.
Does
a
he know how to
defensive
hit the
player,
gritty?
He's a receiver.
Does he know how to hit the gritty?
Anyway,
Show me your gritty. Show me your gritty, Hogmeat. Show me your gritty.
Are we done? Are we done with Bama talk?
Yeah, I think we've pretty much got everything done for Bama talk that we can get out of it. I mean, we're looking forward
we
to the
can sum it
Arkansas
up by
game.
this. We can sum it up by this. I'm nervous for this weekend. I ain't gonna lie. And I'm scared
I'm
to
nervous
play
for the
Georgia.
next 3 weeks.
I am
Look
too.
at these teams.
Yeah, it's kind of
One of them is
sketch.
bound. If we don't figure something out, one of us is bound. One of them is bound to upset Alabama. Maybe even 2 of them.
Yeah. You know, Arkansas.
Also, since the Dolphins lost tonight, I'm going for Eagles to win the Super Bowl.
Bandwagon.
I'm a bandwagon. I should go for Bama players in the NFL.
Go,
I mean, I want.
Go, Pack, go.
I still like the Dolphins, and I hope they be successful with their trash quarterback.
The
backup quarterback,
Bears. Yeah, even though the Bears have been
but-
dog
I just
water.
don't have. And then the Patriots.
Out of Green Bay.
Patriots season's fucked because Matt got hurt.
He got a sprained ankle.
He's got a
He has to
high
have
sprain.
surgery.
Wait, I thought you just had to have. Like, I thought he was just gonna be out for a couple of weeks. He has to have surgery for that shit now. Damn.
He might. I don't know if he has to or not.
So I saw a video
But,
where he would come off the field and the trainers were helping him. He was just freaking screaming. Like, he hurt
Yeah,
so bad,
I
he was
saw that.
screaming, man. Like, you know, that was hurting. If you're screaming at the top of your lungs, like, not. I mean, he's just like screaming in pain. Like, that's freaking crazy. I don't think I've ever screamed in pain
Also, prayers
as a grown man.
prayers up for Tua tonight 'cause he had a very, very scary injury.
Yeah, I think they said
No.
that he'll be all right. He's got movement in all his extremities and stuff, and he's just I think they said that he's going to try to fly back with the team tonight. So I think that's really good. I hope everything's all right with Tua.
And like the first or second quarter, he got a hit
Yeah,
to
he kind of just got
was-
like slammed almost.
he like got slammed.
Like it
and
was
like-
weird. It was weird how it was. Like the dude wrapped him up and like he was in front of him and like threw him behind him, I guess, and like he wouldn't. Just awkward the way he landed.
It looked like a WWE move.
Not really.
You know a lot about WWE, Brennan.
Yep.
Anyway, I thought he was like I thought he was paralyzed because the way his hands were. Because usually when people get paralyzed, they just go stiff like that.
That's what happens whenever people get knocked out. They turn into freaking zombies. Or Frankenstein. They have Frankenstein arms.
Anyway,
You ain't never seen that on people?
and then he took a nasty hit. Then he took a nasty hit last week that he's lucky to even be in this game. To be
Took
honest,
a nasty back shot last week.
he really did. Like literally.
Y'all wrong for that.
He
Y'all-
really did. Though.
Y'all wrong for that.
All right. Anyway,
All right.
I said anyway like 400 billion times.
It's all right. Is that the end of our topics?
That is the end of podcast.
Okay.
Hold on,
Well-
I got something for it.
We hope you enjoyed
Hold on.
Peanut Butter Friday podcast
Hold on.
episode number 3. Mr. Hogmeat, give us your outro. That would be some stupid shit. I mean, it can be some stupid shit, but we probably know what it's going to be. The YouTube ad. Let's go.
All right. Well, we'll see you next
on,
week.
hold on.
Peace.
It's the hog meat. Come on now. God damn. This is the most cursed shit I've ever seen. Let him get his chair right. Kill me. Kill me now, please. Well, we hope you enjoyed PBF Podcast number 3. And we'll see you next week.
Here's almost his helmet.
Oh, wait.
I tried to show almost his helmet.
One more thing. This is Ole Miss helmets. Right here. These bad boys are clean. Wiltree, baby. Anyways, that's the end of this shitty podcast.